Please go to davidpakman.com/survey. We've got a real quick audience survey that will help direct the future of the David Pakman Show. I'd appreciate it if you took 90 seconds to take care of that. davidpakman.com/survey. New Jersey Democratic Congressman Bill Pascrell says that a rarely used 1924 law might be used to force Donald Trump's tax returns into the public. Bill Pascrell is on the Ways and Means Committee, and he asked the committee's chairman, Republican Kevin Brady, to order the Treasury Department to provide tax returns to the committee. And the point of providing Donald Trump's tax returns to the committee would be to check for conflicts of interest, check for connections to Russia, all of these other potential conflicts we've talked about. And despite what Kellyanne Conway has said, people want to see Donald Trump's tax returns. Something like 3/4 of Americans, if I recall correctly, in a recent poll said, yeah, we want to see Donald Trump's tax returns. And what the 1924 law does is it gives congressional committees that set tax policy the power to examine specific tax returns. And after privately examining returns, the committee could decide to share them with the full House of Representatives if they see that that is something that should happen, which would effectively make Trump's tax returns public. Now, again, this has rarely been used, but it has been used. Back in 1974, when Congress looked at President Richard Nixon's returns, this is the law that was used. In 2014, when the Ways and Means Committee released confidential tax information as part of that investigation into whether the IRS was playing politics in terms of how it handled applications for nonprofit status, it was this law that was used there. Now, is it likely to happen, Pat? Probably not. But there is precedent here.
And you mentioned that 3/4 of Americans want to see Donald Trump's tax returns. There was also a White House petition where 700,000 people signed, the petition to get them released. In response, Kellyanne Conway said, well, I don't think the American people are really interested in seeing Trump's tax returns. That issue has been litigated.
Yeah, absolutely insane that anyone would believe that. And this is, of course, super, super important. We have all sorts of information about Donald Trump and different potential Trump businesses with China, the United Arab Emirates, India, Turkey, Philippines, and of course, Russia is in there as a major, major question mark. What's really funny to me is if Republicans are okay with using rarely used rules to shut up Elizabeth Warren when she wants to read a letter from Coretta Scott King, then they can't really say because a rule is rarely used, we shouldn't use it here. They did the exact same thing with Elizabeth Warren. And if this is what the letter of the law says, then they don't have a good foot to stand on to say, no, we're not going to allow it.
I mean, if Trump's presidency continues to be unpopular, I wouldn't be surprised if some Republicans in Congress started to revolt and actually start to demand themselves to see the returns. They want to impeach him and put Pence in there if they can.
Senator Al Franken recently revealed on the Bill Maher show and then also on CNN that he spoke to Republicans specifically who said they question Donald Trump's mental health, that whether they think Trump is mentally ill. And you're starting to see the sort of rumblings of a potential internal Republican revolt against Donald Trump. His approval rating keeps dropping, and I'm going to address that probably on tomorrow's show. It is just tanking, and you may well see what Pat is suggesting there.